Talking about global environmental problems, 7.1h. Right, a nice long sentence to kick us off. Right, consumption. Verbrauchen is consumed. So consumption is der Verbrauch, meine Damen und Herren. Now, is rising or increasing is steigen, okay, and it becomes steigt. So der Verbrauch steigt, okay, and the quality, die Qualität. So you got die Qualität, meine Damen und Herren. So der Verbrauch steigt, die Qualität sinkt, is sinking. So sinkt is falling or sinking is the correct answer there. Right, the United Nations, die Vereinten Nationen, so die Vereinten, das stimmt nicht, ne? Die Vereinten Nationen, okay, just get that in there, has been warning for decades. Now, we've got this use of Zeit here, so Zeit. Now, with regards to Zeit, okay, this has been warning. So the German will actually just say warn or is warning, just dealing in the present tense. So it's plural, so warnen. So die Vereinten Nationen warnen seit. Now, decades is Jahrzehnten. So Jahrzehnten, very useful word to know, ladies and gents. So die Vereinten Nationen waren seit Jahrzehnten, comma, das, so we've got a sort of vile situation coming up here, ladies and gents. The water shortages and developing countries are threatening countless lives. So, and it is very, very genuinely a serious problem. So die Wasser, so we've got die Wasserknappheit. So Knappheit is shortage. So we've got that there, ladies and gents. So das die Wasserknappheit. Now remember, I'm going to carry on just translating what we've got here first of all. In den, in the. Now, developing countries is Entwicklungsländern. Okay? Entwicklungsländern is basically the developing countries. Okay. So we've got Entwicklungsländern. Are threatening countless lives. So this threatening bit, because we've got das over here, is going to end up at the end in a minute. So we'll just deal with our threatening, which is, sorry, not our, I've actually just realised that, let's have a look, water shortages. In English, it's plural. In German, it's singular. So it's not bedrohen, but bedroht. Okay, because that's singular. Knappheit is singular, is threatening. Alright, so just be careful of that. Now, countless is zahllose. It's got zahllose, and then lives, literally people's lives, Menschenleben. So Menschenleben, meine Damen und Herren. So we need to cut this and then put it to the end of the sentence, like so. So have a good look at that one there, ladies and gents. Okay. Right, so number 2, ladies and gents. So even 40% of all species are threatened. So even in the sense of also. So auch 40% of all is alle. So you got alle. Now that's that of is built in with that. That's a genitive, okay, structure as it were. Okay, so alle Arten. Arten is species. Sind. Now sind is are. Now the bedroht bit's going to sort of go to the end of the clause. We'll put it there. We'll leave it there for the time being. Should put an e there. So bedroht is threaten. So bedrohen is to threaten. So with extinction is from, literally from extinction. So from aussterben. So aussterben, meine Damen und Herren, means extinction. Now, this is happening through global warming. So durch globale, or the global warming, actually. So durch die globale Wärmung. So Erwärmung, Entschuldigung auf Deutsch. So Erwärmung auf Deutsch, meine Damen und Herren. And suddenly Not sure what happened there, but do it again. Here we go. Alright. So Erwärmung ist das hier. So now we got to the end of that clause with quite a few words that need to be sorted out. This bedroht needs to go to the end as a verb structure. So sind bedroht, blah blah blah, bedroht vom Aussterben. Now this in the actual book comes after this here. As I said before, I work according to the book. I'm just looking at the rationale as to whether both word order possibilities are okay. So to do it from Aussterben, I think both are possible on that. Okay, there's no real question of time, manner, place on that. So I think that's okay. So auch 40% aller Arten of all species, even 40% of all species, are through global warming from extinction threatened and 12%. So 12, okay, so 12, meine Damen und Herren, Prozent of all bird species. So alle. Now, bird species is Vogelarten, yeah? So, Vogelarten, meine Damen und Herren, means, so bird is Vogel, and then Arten is species, are endangered, sind, are gefährdet. So, gefährdet, let's have a, so we've got gefährdet, like so, there. Phew, these are big sentences. Have a good look at that there, okay? So there, so gefährdet, endangered, useful words, Erwärmung, meaning warming, types of birds or bird species is Vogelarten, bedroht, threatened, and so on. Not good stuff, to say the least. Right, okay, so number 3, ladies and gents. So on this one here, about 81 million are added each year. So we're going to turn it on its head a little bit. So each year, we start off with the, this is a time phrase. So pro Jahr. So pro Jahr. So each year. Let's start off with this. Okay. So paste. So pro Jahr are added. Now hinzukommen is to add. So let's just put this out here. So hinzukommen means to add. So we're going to have the kommt bit first here, ladies and gents. So kommt wie das. Okay, so we got that there. Now about is etwa. So per year, okay, are added about 81 Millionen wie das. So are added. So the second bit of that separate verb goes over here. Yeah. So pro Jahr kommt etwa 81 Millionen hinzu. About 81 million are added each year or per year. So about ungefähr. So ungefähr, meine Damen und Herren. So ungefähr about. I'm not quite sure what I got about that. Are added each year. About 81 million are added each year. Okay, now I'm just going to carry on as it is, but I just realised it doesn't really make sense. So Einwohnerzahl, I'm just going to carry on. Okay, Einwohnerzahl is literally the number of the inhabitants. Okay, there are other words for population, Bevölkerung and so weiter. And of Germany, you just say Deutschlands with the S showing that it's genitive, implying of Germany. Okay, all right. But as you can see, I'm suddenly looking at that and thinking that's the English doesn't make sense there. About 81 million are added each year. I think what I'm trying to say here is which is about the population of Germany, which is basically saying it's the same population as Germany. Okay, so that is what that is there. Okay, so it does make sense on reflection. We'll talk about it later if we have to. Right, number 4, ladies and gents. Okay, let's go for it. Over the past century, literally in the past century. Okay, set phrase here. Im vergangenen. It's very nice England, eh? Okay. Jahrhundert. So Jahrhundert, meine Damen und Herren, is a century. So Jahrhundert. So in the past century, temperatures had already risen. Now, had already risen. This is an interesting one here. We've got steigen. So we're going to use steigen. Now, steigen takes sein. So instead of saying, like, when you say had risen, it's not going to be hatten aufgestiegen, okay? It's going to be waren instead. It's the pluperfect, but using sein. So what we're going to have here, guys, instead is waren, which literally means were, okay? So waren die Temperaturen. Okay, so Temperaturen wie das, meine Damen und Herren. So, im vergangenen Jahrhundert, in the past century, waren die Temperaturen, okay, which literally means were the temperatures, but we've got to get out of that because this is steigen, which uses sein, so we translate it as had, okay? So the temperatures had already shone. So schon means, oh right, we're using bereits in this particular one, sorry, I do apologise. So bereits, now let's just put the past participle steigen is gestiegen, which is shown in the Hauptpunkt box as well. So gestiegen, so bereits, okay. So im vergangenen Jahrhundert waren die Temperaturen bereits gestiegen. Okay, now that gestiegen, it's got to go to the end of the sentence. That's what I wanted to say. So, without further ado, ladies and gents, let's deal with that next. So, gestiegen's gone over there. Why on earth has it changed the script? I don't know. The font even. Right, good. So, back to normal. So, by a total, literally around altogether, which I've literally got down here, around altogether. So, let's use, so, insgesamt. Love it, this phrase. Insgesamt. Jawohl. Insgesamt 0,7 Grad gestiegen. Okay, have you got it? Let's make it a little bit bigger. Here's one I did earlier. Okay, a bit clearer there, yeah? So in the past century, had risen, waren gestiegen, because it takes sign. Die Temperaturen, the temperatures, bereits, already, around, insgesamt, altogether, 0.7 degrees. Wow. Right, number 5, ladies and gents. Moving on. In Europe. In Europa. So, in Europa, ladies and gents, get off. I want to do that. Now, so what do we want to do with this one here? So, in Europe, 1/5 of reptiles and nearly a quarter of amphibians are threatened with extinction. So this is again a case where right, we got ist. What have I got ist for? Right, we get there. It's all part of the fun. So ist is okay. Now you got bedroht, which is threatened, which is going to go right at the end of the sentence. So okay, so is, because I've got R here. Okay, I'm trying to look back as to where the subject is. So in Europe, 1/5 of reptiles and nearly a quarter of amphibians are threatened. Surely we say in English are, whereas in German we got is. So we've, anyway, okay, ein Fünftel. So ein Fünftel, meine Damen und Herren. So ein Fünftel der of the, literally, Reptilen. So Reptilen of reptiles. So that's genitive plural there. So 1/5 of reptiles. And nearly, or literally near to, which is nahezu. It's got nahezu here. A quarter, ein Viertel. Ein Viertel, meine Damen und Herren. So ein Viertel is das of the amphibians. So again, it's plural of the. Okay, amphibian. Hopefully, it's pronounced like that in German. Okay, otherwise I'm teaching the wrong thing. Now let's deal with this bit in a minute. With extinction, literally from extinction is vom Aussterben. Aussterben, meine Damen und Herren. So as I said before, We've got R in English, and it's some reason it's ist in German, and I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so we'll just go with it. Is threatened. So let's just move that over here. Moving it over here, like so, ladies and gents. So it literally, in Europe, is threatened a fifth of reptiles and nearly or near to a fourth of amphibians from extinction. Okay, I'm going to move on. I'm going to leave that. We'll have an argument about it at a later point. Right, ladies and gents, moving on to number 6. So poisons is, gift is poison, so gifter is poisons, und Gasse is gases. So Gift und Gasse, from, now environmental disasters. So environmental disasters, Umweltkatastrophen. Katastrophen, meine Damen und Herren. So Gifte und Gase von Umweltkatastrophen. Okay. Can, so it's plural, so it's können. So modal verb, können. Now kill is umbringen. So umbringen. That is the second verb. It's actually a separable verb, but it's going to be in the dictionary infinitive form as part of a modal verb structure and at the end of the sentence. So umbringen goes over there. Now people in seconds. So Menschen in Sekunden. So Sekunden. Okay. I only want a small k. I don't know why it's done that. So Sekunden, meine Damen und Herren, ist das wie das. Gift und Gasse von Umweltkatastrophen können, can. Menschen in Sekunden, people in seconds, umbringen, kill. Right, ladies and gents, that's one I finished earlier. Dazu, let's have a look. Weltbevölkerung wächst. That means the world population is growing. Und die Welt ist als Folge, and the world is, as a consequence, überbevölkert, is overpopulated. Überbevölkert means overpopulated. Zurzeit, at the moment, currently, around this huge number here, 6,786 Millionen 610 100,000. I hope I've said all that right. 610,000. Sorry, mention. Blah blah blah. So this amount of people basically auf dem Planeten are on this planet at the moment. Okay, that's already out of presume it's gone beyond the 7 million figure by now. Dasselbe gilt für den Meeresspiegel. The same is also the same for the what do you call it? The sea level. Yeah, something to do with the sea level, ladies and gents. So the sea level. All right. Didn't translate that very well, did I? Stieg seit 1993. It's risen since 1993 etwa about 3 millimeter im Jahr. Okay, it's risen about 3 millimeters in the year. I think that means the same is the case for the sea level. Yeah. Right. Wir alle verschmutzen die Umwelt. We all pollute the environment täglich, daily. Okay. Spülmittel, that means washing up liquid type stuff. Rushes den Abfluss, the drain hinunter, down. So washing up liquid, etc. is rushing down the drain. Düngemittel, fertilizer, like dung. All right. Gelangen gets into ins Grundwasser, into the what do you call that water, which is not the basic water, but you know, like the I suppose it's the water table, isn't it? Okay, succeeded to get into the water table, and in fact, it's getting in there. Yeah, die Urreste, the oil waste. Nach dem Autowaschen, after car washing, das Waschmittel, washing up stuff for die Waschmaschine, for the washing machine, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, all this gets into the Grundwasser basically, yeah? So fertilizer, Düngemittel, Urreste, remains from oil products, etc. Okay, after car washing and so on. All right. Okay, moving on. Bei einem Chemieunfall, with a chemical catastrophe. It's quite a famous one. Im indischen Bhopal in India, I think it happened back in the 1980s, waren 2000 Menschen gestorben. 2,000 people had died through this chemical accident back in India in the 1980s at some point. There are so many Umweltprobleme. Luft, air, Wasser, water, Bodenverschmutzung, which is soil pollution. Zu viele Menschen, too many people. Nicht genug Wasser, not enough water. Artensterben, species dying out, extinction, und so weiter. If we, statt fossile Brennstoffe, if we, instead of fossil fuels, so Brennstoffe means fuels, alternative Energiequellen, sources of energy, benutzen, use. So if we use, instead of fossil fuels, alternative energy sources, and then the sentence continues over here. So it's the beginning of a sentence for an essay, if you want to write about it in an essay. Und wenn wir, and if we, let's go to this here. So wenn wir, if we verschmutzen, pollute den Planeten nicht, if we don't pollute the planet, is what that first bit means. So verb backing on verb. Hätten wir, we would have eine schönere Welt, a more beautiful world. Last one. Es ist wichtig. It is important. Das. So vile situation. Dass wir denken, that we think, an die Zukunft, on the future. Okay. So, ladies and gents, quite an exhausting video to go through, and more than one level. Dankeschön and tschüss. Sorry, not quite yet. Just mention these are the kind of things that you can use this particular video with, and the rationale behind the methodology and why I do this in the first place.